Wow, somebody already here. Peace, Black Supremacy, is Nattyisisyah, and I want to talk about. I really want to turn my camera around, but peace, Black Supremacy, is Nattyisisyah, and I want to talk about Black submissiveness because I had this deep thought just now. It's not the first time, and I think we've talked about this already. At least King Noble may have. How all right, so one more time. Black Supremacy is Nattyisisyah, and thanks for joining. I want to talk today about Black submissiveness because I find it very interesting that we want our children to be obedient and submissive to us. We want our children to listen to every single word we say. If we tell them jump, we want them to ask how high. But when these children become grown men and grown women, and they make the conscious decision to consentedly, that's a word, to consent to submission in adulthood, right? Everybody has a problem, especially when it's the woman consenting to the man, and not just any man, but the black man, right? Why is it that we have a problem with a black woman consenting to submission to her man? When she does this, who gets the blame? Our parents? The black man gets the blame. He is called patriarchal, a patriarch. He is called controlling. He's called all types of names, called out his name. He's called narcissistic, abusive, right? Why is this? And then we say that the woman who does this, we have some choice words for her. She's stupid. She doesn't value herself. She has no values. She doesn't love herself. She doesn't know herself. She's under mind control. Because, even though she chose to do this and she chose to consent to her man, she has, no control whatsoever whether she wants to do that. Even though there's a 911 on speed dial on everybody's phone. She could run outside and scream and holler rape. But apparently she has no mind of her own when she chooses to submit to the black man. Then we tell her, black woman, you're not submissive enough. You people, these people, pure and utter confusion, sending all these mixed messages. But you're supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to be able to make your own choices and your own decisions. But are you? Are you? Who decides that? Is it these people who are telling us that what we're doing is wrong? Or is it the person who makes these decisions to submit to her man and him to do the same to her? But no. So when we send these mixed messages, what are we really doing? We are exposing. You are exposing who really wants the control. Who's really narcissistic, who's really abusive. Because you're abusing the messages that you are sending people. Be submissive to your man. Your children should listen to you. You should get them to do what you tell them to. You tell them to clean, they should clean. If you tell them to learn their ABC, they should go and study it and learn their ABC. They should do all these things. They should listen to authority. But when they get older now, who's the authority? We all know who the authority is. Anybody want to type that in? White supremacy. So when you send these mixed messages, you're really upholding white supremacy by not giving people a choice and decision to make their own choices and decisions. Because when they're young, you tell them, be submissive, listen to your parents, obey. When they grow up and they choose to be submissive, listen to their man, obey. He gets abused and accused. she gets ridiculed and reduced. Worse than what you proclaim that the man is doing. Because the man is not saying you don't have a mind of your own. The man is not saying you have no values. You don't respect yourself. No, he's saying, baby, I love you. You love me. We're good. Everything is good. You all right? See, a lot of you sisters, because a lot of you is to blame. A lot of you brothers too, but a lot of you sisters would do you some benefits to learn a little bit about Black submission, Black submissiveness, submissiveness to one another, submissiveness to your man, submissiveness to your woman, just submissiveness in general. There is a whole community of Black people who submit to their man. Just like there's communities of nudists, there's communities of Black vegans, there's communities of Black natural hair enthusiasts. There are whole communities of Black submissiveness partners, whatever you want to call it. There's Black polyamory, there's everything. See, it's only in this little, the peripheral, like the greater Black community where these issues come up. Oh, do this. Oh, don't do that. Oh, do this. Oh, don't do that. You get scared, right? But a lot of you need a lesson on sexual liberation. You need a lesson on female submission. There's a sister, she has a channel, and it is called Black Domestic Discipline. I suggest a lot of you go and check that out. I suggest a lot of you do some research on Tantra, on pleasure in general, just being able to please one another, to submit, to commit to one another, just all of the above. And again, it exposes that Black people's real problem. It's not that a woman bows down to her man and praises the ground that he walks on, worships every little breath and step he takes. The problem is that you just don't love Black people in general, period. You have a problem seeing somebody else respecting, bowing down, worshiping, praising, uplifting another Black being. And not just any Black being, but the Black man. Because you've been taught for so long that the only person you are supposed to respect and worship is the white man. So if you see an image of a Black woman cherishing the very aura of the Black man, it sends you off into a frenzy. You want to pull your hair out, don't you? You want to just rip your clothes off, don't you? You want to tear those panties off and just scream, don't you? Real talk. Because you wish it was you, but it can be you. You don't have to be so mad. You can join the club. Doors are always open. Right. And that's because, you know, when you're into these type of things, you're not so angry. The world is not such an evil place. It's not so bad. Unless we start thinking the way you do and these people do. Then there might be a little problems. But it's okay. Once you undress, once you take out the knots and rip it off, you'll be fine. Peace, God, peace, winter heat. That's my sister over there. But yeah, learn a little bit about some Black submissiveness, you know. It's not so bad. It's not as bad as you think it is. I actually want to talk more about that, but I just wanted to touch on this for a little while. Stop sending these mixed messages. Alright? So, check that out. It should do you a lot of fun. It's like, when you see that, you could be like, oh, okay, these people actually enjoy what they're doing. There's actually a community built around this. There's actually a support system. And you begin to see that, you know, you've been angry at the wrong people for the wrong reasons. A man bowing down to his woman is not doing nothing to you. It's not taking away from you. And a woman bowing down to her man, equally not doing anything to you. Winter Heat says, Winter Heat says, everyone pays me to dominate them though. Black supremacy. Get that. Get that, though. You see, you could get paid. Why? How is it that you can get paid to sexually dominate someone, but you over there mad? How can people be mad and people paying their bills? Maybe in that case, you can tell them you ain't shit. If they're handing their money to you, why not? Why not? All right. So see, we already have somebody in the building. Black femdoms, black dominatrix, black submissive, submissive people up in the house, submissive makers. And this is the problem. See, this is the thing. We need to know how to make that white man bow down. Let him bow down. He'll pay you. Right? Thank you, Mama Kiki. Right. Let them pay you. Make them pay you to bow down, bow all the way down. Bow and worship at the feet of the black god and the black goddess. Why not? Why not? Time to get their reparations. It's funny, and you'll notice that they're very open. Very, very open to black supremacy. In the least likeliest of places where you are actually telling them to bow your ass down. Y'all are making me want to stay on here longer. I was just trying to get that one little quote, that one little video in, but now I got, what? How many people watching? But I mean, it just goes to show, right? This is the, you know, it goes to show. So don't be so angry. Don't be so mad. Bow down to your man. Have your man bow down to you. Get me? Do we want freedom or not? Do we want sexual liberation or not? Do we want to be all mad and angry all day? What's that doing for you? What's that doing for you? Right, I can't see because I'm on my phone. I can't see everybody who is watching, or I can see the chats. They fade away every now and then. But thank you everybody for joining, for listening. Get at these anti-submissive people. They need to know. See, some of them is there. You know, that's the one problem with social media, is that you kind of only get to see the things in your feed that you are quote unquote attracted to. So if you so happen to come across something else that somebody else is attracted to, it can throw you off. But you know, submission, that should be a lesson in everybody's household. How to submit, not in the totalitarian way that we've been told, where, you know, at least, you know, when it comes to your parents, that it's like you really don't have a say, you don't have a choice. You should give your children a choice. You should explain to them certain things. You know, a lot of that comes from slavery, that type of way of thinking, and that's why it seems to work so well when you're getting the white man to bow down, because you're basically reversing the process on his ass. But anyways, I'm not going to go into too much on that. I want to save that for another video, right? Sky Triple says, I'm naturally submissive, but when the energy pushes me to switch, I do, right? So you have your free will as black people submitting to, you know, their counterparts. You have your free will. You can set the rules. You can do it how you want to do it. Thank you, Eric Robinson. See, watch me try to get my son to submit to me. See, please. Unless he wants to, that's not happening. But that is the message I have for you today. I didn't want to make it too long. Thank you, everybody, for watching, subscribing. Please like the video right now while you're still here. I see a lot of likes, but I want some more. All right. And thank you, Winter Heat, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for all the compliments and well wishes. Peace. Black supremacy. Join the website kingnobleuncensored.com. We love some submission and all of that over there. But anyways, peace.